So chapter 5 is going to be all about mortgage loans. Okay, we're talking about getting a mortgage. So when you buy a house, typically you don't have enough money just to buy the house outright. You have to get what's called a mortgage loan. And a real estate loan that gives the lender the right to seize and sell the property if the borrower fails to make a payment on the loan is what a mortgage loan is. So if you don't make payments on this loan, they can come and take your house away, is basically what that means. Okay, so to find the amount of our mortgage loan, we're going to take the selling price of the property, so whatever you bought the house for, and subtract the amount of money that you gave them for a down payment. And that's how much money you have to take the loan out for. All right, so let's practice finding the amount of the mortgage loan. So Sandy bought a house, and the house costs $315,000. And it says the portion of the down payment is 1/4. So that means their down payment was 1/4 of 315,000. So to find the amount of down payment, I'm going to take that 315,000 and divide it by 4. And I get my down payment to be $78,750. So then I'm going to use my formula to find how much my mortgage loan is going to be. I'm going to take the selling price and I'm going to subtract the down payment. 315,000 minus $78,750. So the amount of my mortgage loan is $236,250. Okay, so that's an example where they told you that you paid 1/4 of the selling price. Now the next one is a little bit more typical. Typically your down payment is going to be a percentage of the selling price of the house. So for this one, your down payment is going to be 20% of the selling price. So what I'm going to do for this one is take my selling price, which is $386,000, and multiply it by 20%, which is 0.20. So my down payment is going to be $77,200. So again, to find my mortgage loan, I take the selling price and I subtract how much I already paid towards the selling price, which was $77,200. So for this one, I am taking a loan out for $308,000, $800. There we go. Okay, so those are two examples of how to find my mortgage loan amount. Okay, let's look at another one. So Jim and Sherry bought a house, and the house cost $300,000. Okay, so this is my selling price. Okay, they made a 20% down payment, and we have to figure out how much the mortgage loan is. All right, so just like before, first, I'm going to find my down payment. So I'm going to take the selling price and multiply that by my down payment percentage, which was 20%. So I have a down payment of $60,000. Then I find my mortgage loan amount. All right, so remember I take my selling price and I subtract how much I already paid for my down payment. All right, so Jim and Sherry are going to have to take out a loan for $240,000. All right, let's try another one. Will and Rory offered $285,000 for a home that had been priced at $297,000. So what that means is Will and Rory found a house, and the price on the house was $297,000. They didn't think it was worth that much, so they said, hey, can we give you $285,000 instead? Okay, then the seller came back to them and said, no, I want a little bit more money than that. So you can have the house if you pay $286,000, $286,500. So that's going to be our selling price for this one. And it says, what is the amount of the mortgage loan if they make a 20% down payment? All right, so again, first I have to find my down payment. So I'm going to take my $286,500 and multiply it by 20%. And I find that my down payment was $57,300. Now I have to find my amount of my mortgage loan. So just like my formula said, I take my selling price and I subtract the 20% that I paid in my down payment. So I am getting a mortgage loan for $229,000, 200. Okay. All right, the next one's interesting. It's a little bit different. It says, Jacob has saved $22,000 for a down payment on his future home. The bank informed him that the minimum down payment required to obtain a mortgage loan is 20%. What is the amount that he can spend for a home and expect to receive the bank's approval on his loan? So this one's a little bit different because it tells us what the down payment is. Okay, so if I look at my formula up here, mortgage loan equals selling price minus the down payment. All right, so we know that to find the down payment, we have to take the selling price and multiply it by the percent down payment. All right, so we know that Jacob has $22,000 for a down payment. We don't know the selling price of the house, so I'm going to call that X. But we do know that he has to put down a 20% down payment. So to find what the selling price of the house has to be in order to be approved on this loan, I just divide both sides by 20%. So if I take 22,000 and divide it by 20%, I get $110,000. So that is going to be the selling price of the house in order for Jacob to receive approval on a mortgage loan.